everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Before we get started, I want to remind you to like, subscribe, and share this video. Today we're going to be continuing on with knowing thyself, and we're going to look at a little bit of dating and courtship. That is a difference, and I want to explain that to you tonight. Well, with knowing thyself, last week we did an exercise where I told you to get into a meditation state of mind. And once you do that, to ask yourself some questions so you can get to know a little bit more about yourself. If you did that, you should have come up with some good results. I did hear back from some people who were saying also they were seeing visions or dreams of relatives. Now, what I want to let you know about that, it is the same thing. Once you get that, whoever you see, write that person's name down. It could be something that may be holding you back. Maybe there is some kind of unfinished business with that relative, or maybe that relative may be a person who has been an important person in your life that has inspired you to move on. But you won't know that until you go again within and ask the Spirit. When we're going in, you're talking with the Spirit. You ask the Spirit why you're seeing them, and again, write down what you are getting. And ask the Spirit to explain that to you. Spirit, God, whoever you are connected with. All right, tonight I want to give you some more areas you need to look at when you are going within. This is an exhausted list, so if you would get paper and pen, or if you don't have that, just come back and look at the video again and make that list. All right, these are some other key areas you need to examine about yourself: your beliefs, your values, your interests, your spirituality, physically about yourself, financially, relationships, your health, your family, your communication, your since I have intimacy. Okay, when I say intimacy, sometimes people go into talking about sexually. That's one part of it. You want to look at your sexuality. And then you also want to look at that part of intimacy where you're dealing with just you're coming together. You're holding your hands. You just cuddling and things of that nature. Look at those things as well. Check on yourself mentally, emotionally. How are you? Where are you in that space at this time and place? Look at your destiny and your calling. Do you know why you are here? Do you know what your calling is? And when I say calling, it does not necessarily mean that you're called into the ministry. Not everyone is called into the ministry. However, God has given everyone a call. And it's up to you to get with God to find out what exactly that is. All right. Later on, we're going to break down these areas as we continue on, because we're going to get ready to go into the relationship series. And before we get bogged into that area, I want to look at dating and courtship. There is a difference. Now, when you are dating someone, you are talking about meeting someone for a special event, maybe go out for dinners, go out to a party, any kind of event that you all are interested in. And you might be seeing that person from time to time. It's nothing serious. There's no commitment, nothing. But when you have dated a couple of times and you decide that you and that person you're interested in wants to go and take that relationship a little bit further, and you want to see that person constantly, you want to get into a committed relationship, you are going into what we call courtship. Now, courtship is where you are deciding, hey, I'm interested in this person. I want to be committed. I want to spend more time with them. And when you're doing that, there's a possibility that most of the time, usually it ends up into an engagement and later on into marriage. Okay, so that is a difference. You're going to get a little bit more intimate when you are in a courtship. Now, there are some things I want to let you know that you need to ask. Questions you need to ask if you are in a dating relationship. Because if you're looking for a more serious, committed relationship with someone, you need to find out early on when you're talking with someone. And these are 5 questions I want to give you that I want you to use and consider when you are dating. Number 1 is, and I'm sorry, the light is so it's in my eyes, okay, what kind of relationship are you looking for? That is a very important question, because if a person does not know what they're looking for, then guess what? You may end up going around and around and around in circles. First of all, you need to know what kind of relationship you want. If you're looking for a serious, committed relationship, maybe the possibility of marriage, and then you ask that person and they say, well, I don't know, I just want somebody to hang out with. That is not a person you want to continue on into a relationship, because they're not ready. They're not looking for the same thing. You are not on the same page. All right, the second one is, what type of person are you looking for? Then you're going to look at the characteristic. Are you looking for somebody who's educated, who's smart? Are you looking at somebody who or just somebody who just want to just hang out and just be, what I want to say, laid back? You want to look at that person's character. Or you want somebody who is somebody who's so submissive, do whatever you want them to do, say whatever you want them to say, what have you. You have to look at that deep within. So you got to know what kind of person you are and what kind of characteristics you are looking for in a person. Number 3, are you in a relationship now? If that person is in a relationship now and they tell you yes, you need to ask another question. Well, how serious is it? Now, if you continue to talk and they're not, and they're so vague and they don't want to answer that question, that means that they're holding back on something. Maybe they just want to play around. You could be with a cheater. So it's very important that you ask that question. Another one, number 4, is, where do you see yourself 4 or 5 years from here? That's very important, because if a person does not have any goals, they don't know their destiny, they don't know their calling, guess what? If you get tied up with them, you don't know where you're going to end up with. You want to have somebody or be in a relationship with, if you're looking for a serious relationship, if you're looking for marriage, that they know where they are going and where they're going to end up. If they don't, how can they be a good leader? You don't want to be led down the road or be led into a ditch. They got to know where they're going. And that also means you need to know where you are going. Okay? Number 5. What do you do in your spare time beyond work? If you say most of the time you don't have time enough to go out and do anything, that means you might be with a person who's a workaholic. That's not necessarily mean that that's bad. But if you're a person that you want to be able to be more emotionally and mentally available to it, and that person be more emotionally or mentally available to you, then that could be a red flag for you, which means that he or she may not be the right person, or that person may not be the right person. So what I want you to do, we're going to leave this here for now. We're going to let this sit here and think about those things. Go back within, go a little bit deeper, get some more information, know what it is you want, so that when you meet that special someone that you think is the one that you want to be with for the rest of your life, if that's what you're searching for or looking for, then you can know or have an idea of how much more you all are on the same page. You don't want somebody that's going to be so different, so apart, where you can't even communicate. You have nothing in common. You need to have more in common than you don't. Okay? If you have any questions, again, email me. My email address will be at the bottom of the link here after the end of the podcast. And I'll be more than happy to answer those questions. Again, thank you for tuning in, and you have a fantastic evening.